The morning after the occurrence, I sat reading to my husband the account of the Titanic disaster. Suddenly, I felt myself gathered up, as it were, into a powerful swirl of vibrations and became lost to my surroundings. I was looking down upon a huge vessel sailing along with great speed. There were no apparent shades of fear about any of the passengers, though I saw clearly down to those below. Yet there were hundreds of invisible helpers, invisible to those on board, that is, flitting from soul to soul, whispering courage, firmness, gallantry, life is everlasting, and similar inspiring speech suited to each individuality. After about 2 hours of this preparation, suddenly a low grinding crash came. I felt it through all my bodies. Then followed considerable suppressed fear, yet, for the most part, there was a strong effort amongst the people to keep up courage and a desire to be of service. I seemed to be floating above rather than standing on the boat, which was quivering and trembling like a living being in agony. The huge ship appeared to have a life of its own. It groaned like a dying creature as it sank from sight. Then I caught sight of an exquisitely equipped vessel, possibly a mile more or less distant. I know I cannot do justice in describing this beautiful creature. For a living thing, it surely was in appearance. It was large, but not huge like the Titanic. It was a perfect vessel in every detail, built of the most beautiful soft shades of iridescent, transparent colours which flashed out constantly, both lighting and propelling it at the same time. There was neither steam nor mechanical device about this ship. There came pouring from this vessel hundreds of people, a few of whom I knew, coming rapidly towards the quivering Titanic. As these floated on board, I saw one of whom I knew to be the commander of the beautiful transparent boat, which was now balancing on the water a short distance away. With almost the speed of lightning, this commander assigned to each arrival the work that he or she was to perform amongst those on the Titanic. These orders were given mentally. A few of these helpers were seized with fear when they saw the Titanic sinking, and they were permitted to slip back on board the transparent vessel where they felt secure. My attention was now attracted to the shining body of the commander of the invisible helpers. I had not up to this time thought of looking at the face of the commander. As I now looked, it was our Annie Besant. It was our Annie Besant, though 4 times taller than her normal height, and so beautiful. She smiled at me. I was called back by hearing my husband ask, "Is that all? It's the most horrible disaster I've ever heard of." At first I did not remember what he was speaking about. There were many other incidents of which I have only a vague memory. I distinctly saw a very beautiful young woman leave the throng and return to her stateroom, lock herself in, and fall upon her knees with upturned face in an attitude of prayer. She was calm, with an expression of perfect peace and resignation. When I think now of this scene, her sweet, beautiful face is still clear in outline. There was something uplifting as I gazed into her clear, dark blue eyes. This one incident impressed me deeply. I saw no fear in her face, only perfect faith.